Good morning, crafty friends. Hello and happy Saturday.
Woo woo!
How was this week for you, Whitney?
It was great. It was so fast. I feel like we're still not freezing cold here.
Yes.
Right?
The ducks were standing on the
I don't
pond
know.
this morning instead of in the pond. When I went by them, they were definitely on top. So I think the ponds are frozen here.
Okay.
And it has gotten a little chillier, but you know, we keep
I'm trying
having
to hold it off.
those peaks and valleys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we get that one day of like 45, 50, and then we're like, this is great. Spring is here. And yeah, and then the next day is
winter!
like 22 with 70-mile-an-hour gusts of wind or something along those crazy lines. But
True.
we are surviving winter here, and you know what helps
Yes.
with the winter blues?
What?
Crafting! and also
organizing!
I know! And we are so excited about our release this coming Tuesday.
Yes.
If you are happening upon this video, what you're finding today is an early sneak peek of what is going to be released on Tuesday. And we are so excited to be working with a new company called The Organized Option. Now, this is not brand new. You will know them previously as Totally Tiffany, and we are super excited to be working with Tiffany, who now is the owner of The Organized Option, in order to bring back some of those favorites that we had in our catalog previously. And we have several new items that we think you're going to love as well. So today we're going to walk through what's coming.
Yes.
On Tuesday. We're going to show you kind of the intended storage use for each of the pieces that are entering our catalog. And then on Tuesday, we want you to come back because we are crafting, of course, making a fun project.
Yes.
But also, we want to have a conversation with you about what you're looking to store in these different storage solutions. So if you have a question along the way, hey, I wonder if that fits XYZ.
Yeah.
Come on Tuesday with that question, and we're going to have a little Q&A session where we have all of these supplies in our craft room. You can say, hey, does this fit? And we will try to get to as many of those questions as we can because we know organization is such an important part of the craft that we do, but also it's so personalized to, you know, what space you have available, what supplies you use most, what you want at your fingertips, what you want to be able to take with you. So we are really excited about these options, and we think they're very versatile as well. So
I'm so excited.
Whitney has some major eeks today.
I have some major geeks, friends.
So-
You know this is like, the organization part is a part of what I do here, and I love it. And these items, you're just going to be so excited to see what they hold and how they hold. And like Taylor said, we're going to be prepared on Tuesday. Come with questions. We love hearing how you organize things because that influences how we also think about how you organize things and how we can do it better.
How we can give you what you need in order to organize your craft room and really get that spark of joy back into your creativity, because when you can find what you're looking for, it's so much more fun to create.
Yes.
And also more fun to clean when
I
everything
know.
has that place to go back to. So, all right, should
Let's
we get
show
started?
them the things. Yes.
Okay, so this release is called Teal and Tidy. And the exciting thing about this is that we are the exclusive carrier of many of the Organized Options items in teal. You guys
love 'em in
know
teal.
we love our teal, and so not only are you getting these really high quality organizational products, but they come in one of our favorite colors, and I know many of your favorite colors as well. So let's start with this bag. So you will recognize we have had the Stephanie bag in our collection before, but with the Organized Option, they have made some improvements to their products, and we're really excited about this. The main improvement to this bag is it's now called a zip and go bag because it zips instead of Velcros. So you might remember if you have one of these bags already, it had a Velcro closure on it, and the zipper just elevates it, makes it easier to get into and sturdier as well. So the Stephanie bag is intended to hold your ink pads when you're on the go. So let me show you the bag all put together, and we'll talk about how to put these together. You saw in the packaging that it comes to you flat, and you will need to assemble the small cases that go inside, and then you can just open this zipper. here, and you have all of your ink pads that you want to bring. Maybe you're in your home, but maybe you have gone to a crop or a friend's house, or you're doing virtual stamp joy at a friend's, and you need to bring your products with you. So you can even set it on your table like this. You can take these individual boxes out of the storage area. You can store that or set them on your desk like this. You can even set them like this so that you can see all of those colors that you need and get them in and out easily, and then take them on the go easily, because let me show you this over here. It's got this handle on it. This is a nice sturdy handle that you can just hold this bag. This is how many ink pads? 6 times 4. There's 24 ink pads in here. So
it's a good amount.
It's pretty heavy,
yeah,
but it is a really nice sturdy option here. There's also a pouch on the side to hold a label or a piece of cardstock, whatever you want to put in there. If you're using this as a more permanent storage option, you might want to put out on the side which colors are in this particular Stephanie bag. So you have that little label pouch on the side as well. So there you have the Stephanie bag. And again, if you're wondering what else fits in here, we'll be talking about that on Tuesday. So come with your questions, and we're going to come with even more options for fitting items in this particular bag.
I've been playing around with all the different things, so I'm excited.
All right, next up we have the Karen Zip and Go bag. So this again was in our collection previously, and typically what we store in this is our die collection. So if you're on the go with your dies, you've got this pouch that now zips, comes down the front and zips across, and then back up. So it's got that nice angled zipper on it, which allows you to peel back that top layer and get into your crafty items, which we've shown you here. We have our several of our cutting plate dies in here. They're all labeled. They're on a nice magnetic panel. These are our large magnetic panels in our 5x7 pockets. So this is not a new item. This has been on our website, but I just wanted to point out that we do have the pockets that fit in this Karen bag. And one other thing to mention, those are sold separately on our website, so you can grab however many you need, however it works best to store your products, and then carry them with you. Now this is kind of the catch-all bag, so there are so many things you can fit in here. You can get your little embossing powder kit and put it together in the Karen bag. You can even fit a mini die cut machine in this bag. I would say this is sort of the catch-all bag that can fit so many things, but this is really perfect intended use and gives you an idea of the size, knowing that those 5x7 pouches fit perfectly in there. So there you have the Karen Zip and Go bag. And now we have something brand new to the Organized Option Collection and available in Teal at TE. We have the Kimberly Zip and Go bag. So this is not something they've had in their collection previously. It's a brand new bag, and it is really designed as a marker and small tool bag. So I'm going to bring it into the picture here. It is similarly sized to the Karen bag. Maybe I can bring that one back in and just show you it's a little bit taller than the Karen bag, and it is about the same width as the Karen bag. But you can see I've got my Olo markers in here, and I'm gonna open this up because I wanna show you.
This is perfect timing too, because we just got the
new 96.
And yes, I can't wait to just like organize all the things in this. I was like, okay, when can we get them all in there?
Yes. So great storage for on the go with your markers, whether you're using a different alcohol marker brand or the Olos. I wanted to show you, as you guys may remember, I store my Olos each with a separate handle, which makes them longer than the typical markers, and they do still fit in this bag. You have to do a little bit of finagling to kind of get them to fit around the edges, but once you get it in there, you can zip them with those long handles on there. So I wanted to mention that. But if you're storing them 2 markers on each end, then you have a little bit shorter barrel, and it fits in here perfectly as well. The other fun thing about this is take this out, and you have maybe a little collection of markers that you're working with. You have a certain project.
Ooh.
You have 6 of these little containers, which gives you the stability that you need inside the bag to keep the markers where they're at and not kind of fall over, and gives you opportunity to take out what you need and use that, but have the rest of your markers stay put in the container. So again, that's the Kimberly bag, and when I talk about this on Tuesday, we'll show you even some other tools and ideas for storing in here, and you come with your questions about what you want to know if it fits in this bag, and we will do our best to answer those. So there you have Kimberly. Now we have made it through our zip and go bags that we are offering currently at Tailored Expressions. Now, if you're looking for storing other types of items in the zip and go storage, I do know that the Organized Option has many other bag options in their collection, and we'd love to hear from you if there are certain bags that you want to see in Teal. So leave your comments here or write into our customer service. We would love to hear about that because we do have the option to bring in additional bag styles in the teal color. And if there's enough interest from all of you, we would love to do that. Okay, so another item that is coming back to Tailored Expressions. Man. This has been much anticipated.
Long awaited, I know.
So we are sorry for making you wait, but we are so excited to bring back our 4x6 filet. This is a teal storage case that we originally partnered with the Organized Option to make when they were totally Tiffany, and now we are excited to continue to be able to offer this product to you in the teal color. One difference I do want to point out is previously this product came with pockets in the package, and now it does not. So what you're getting is just the storage case, and these pockets, the 4x6 pockets, are sold separately. So you can grab those separately on the website in whatever quantity you need in order to be able to store what you have. But this particular product is just the filet storage case. It does require some assembly. It is fairly easy to clip those together, and I'm going to show you guys on Tuesday some tips and tricks for getting this piece put together. But take a look inside. We are using this to store our foilets and insiders and maps. So pretty much anything that is A2 size will fit in here. And it's a great option. We have these stickers so that you can label which different panels are in there. We have some that are already foiled, so you could store pre-foiled panels in there. Lots of options for storing things in this box, and they've made some improvements to this as well. You'll notice the lid is hinged on top here, and then you just clasp it in the front, and then the handle is on top. So previously the boxes that you have, the handle was on the side. I love this improvement. It keeps your products upright and just really easy to carry with that handle on top.
I think this is one of the biggest game changers for us when it comes to paper, storing our paper products, specifically the foilets, because what makes it difficult is you want to craft with that product. How do you find it, and how do you find it easily? This keeps it
organized.
All organized. The stickers help you find exactly what you're looking for. So I would say this is one of my favorite things. I absolutely love it.
We have one for, we have separated our collection into different categories. So we have, our insiders in one, we have our maps in one, and then we've even separated our foilets into standalone foilets, sentiment foilets, coordinating foilets, all of those kind of things you can separate out, and then it makes it even easier for you to find what you're looking for. So that is
glad that's back.
Filet.
Yay.
Hooray! Let's talk about then a new filet product. So with the 4x6 filet, we also wanted to give you something a little bit larger, and this is the 6x6 filet. There are some great things you can fit in this. It looks very similar to what we're doing for the storage of the 4x6 foilet pieces, but let's take a look at this one put together. So here they are side by side. Very similar design, actually the same design, just a different size. So you have that lid over the top, and then you have the handle on the top and the little piece that kind of tabs in the front to help you close it completely. And what I've got to show you in here, we've got some game changers. We have different size foilets, and we did not have a spot for our 6x6 foilet collection to be stored in. So here I have several packages of the 6x6 foilets. Currently, we don't have a 6x6 pocket to fit in this. However, we're working on it, and we'd love to hear if that's something you'd like, but I know many of you keep the packaging to your product as well, so this is a great way to store your 6x6 foilets. The name of the foilet is right there at the top, and you can keep them right in the packaging. So there's an option for your 6x6 foilets. Let's talk about another option. I know you guys like to be on the go with your products. We have found that our fun foil rolls fit perfectly inside of this case. So this is not really the intended use for this, but look at how great. You can fit 8 of these in this container. So I've got 6 here, and you can envision, oh, thanks, Whit. Whitney got me a couple more. There are 8 that fit perfectly in there, and you can take your foilets or even store them in your craft room this way as well. If you have maybe a drawer or somewhere you want a shelf you want to keep these in. Okay, now let's talk about an unintended but very fun potential use for the 6x6 filet. You guys all know about these rolls of tape, right?
Love this tape.
Love these.
Can't stop buying it.
Love these tape rolls.
Yes.
Just don't always love trying to wrangle them. And so, you know, a lot of times we've shown we use the Velcro loops. There are other storage options for them as well. But when we got this box, we decided to try putting a roll of tape inside of it. And I want to show you guys what this looks like. So this is a full roll, new off the shelf, of our 1x3 regular foam adhesive. And if you just stick that in the bottom just like that, then actually I'm going to roll it back just a touch here. So we're going to roll it back like this. Then simply unclasp one side of your filet, kind of open it up, and then close the front. So this end is actually going to be kind of sticking out here. It's protecting your foam tape, but then you can just pull on that and your foam tape is going to come out. You set it on your desktop. And just pull that foam tape out for exactly what you need. And then you can slip it back in as needed, and you've got it all wrangled together.
Wow.
Now this is the largest roll of our foam tape, so obviously it's pretty wide. Only one roll fits inside of here. But let me show you what we figured out to go with the rest of our rolls of tape. So this is our 1x3 thin foam roll, which is actually the one that I think Susan and I use the most in our craft room. I have our plastic dividers here because I'm going to put dividers in between each of these rolls, but let's just put that roll in. And these rolls are, they are full rolls, all of them. And then let's look at the square roll here. These are the pre-cut regular foam squares. I'm going to put that on the other side of the divider. I got to make sure that I don't stick out the front too far. And then here is the final roll. This is probably the most difficult roll to wrangle. This is the thin foam pre-cut squares, and it's thin this way, and just not very much sturdiness to it. And so it tends to get maybe the most I guess.
Yeah, just messy. Because it can fall apart a little bit more. Fall out of its circle.
So one of your containers could be for your big full roll, and then your other 3 foam tapes fit perfectly in this one container all together. I'm envisioning we're going to put a little sticker on here that says thin square, regular square,
that's a great idea.
And thin strip, and then we know which one to pull on in order to
You
get.
You didn't tell me that. Now I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna go do that today.
Sticker.
Gonna
Yes.
get my label maker out.
And then when you're traveling, let's say you want to bring this to your next event, just kind of place those rolls inside of there, and you can just clip it back together on the side.
Yes.
And then close it up, and it's all enclosed and ready for you to take. Then when you get there, simply open it up, let those little tails come out, and leave this flap open, and you can easily pull your tape out.
Great.
So lots of fun uses for this. What I mentioned, I did put in between the rolls is our dividers. So the sides of these rolls can get a little bit sticky because it is foam tape, and there's just a tiny bit of that adhesive that's exposed. And so having something plastic like these divider pieces, these were made for our stencil storage binder, but they are perfect for dividing your foam tape if you're placing 3 rolls in here.
The dividers are great for so many things.
They really
have
are.
just a couple of them just in stock in our craft room all the time because we use them for our dies to map out which dies we want.
To categorize our dies, yep.
So I feel like this is just another way you can use them. I love it. Yeah,
and
so
don't be
excited.
afraid to, if you do purchase these dividers to fit in here, it does work best if you cut off about 1/4 inch across the bottom. Of course, you're not going to need these holes because it's going in here and not in a binder, but nobody's going to see them, and they work really great just like that. So there you have it. We have a couple more products from the organized option and some things to help you get organized specifically with your TE collection. So I'm going to show you some a few more products and then some additional labels, etc., that you can use. All right, this is the 8.5 by 11 fancy folio, and this is made for 8.5 by 11 products. So if you have maybe a project, do we have one open, or should I open one?
You can open that one up.
I'll open this one up and just give you a peek. There are 3 of them in this package, and they are designed specifically to fit your 8.5 by 11 projects, or like if you're going to somewhere and you want to store your cardstock, there's a pocket inside, and then there's a pocket on the outside as well. Fits 8.5 by 11 cardstock just perfectly. And then there are these little pouches. They have that closure over here if you have smaller ephemera or die cut pieces or things you need to be able to store together, so it's easy to find. I think these 8.5 by 11 fancy folios are going to be fun. And then they are, I don't know what you would call them. They're not gusseted, but they are designed to have kind of a spine to them. So you can get a thickness of products in here and have that stretch room on the spine of your folio. So that's the 8.5 by 11 fancy folio. And then we also have the 6 by 6 fancy folio. Now the 6 by 6 folio does fit into the 6 by 6 filet box. Just to give you a heads up on that, I'll show you here, but this is what it looks like. They all have this tab at the top, which is really nice if you're using it for organizing, but there's a pocket here. Maybe you've got some 6 by 6 papers or foilets or things like that. Maybe some stenciled panels that you want to store in there. And then you have the single pocket on the side of this one, this gusseted pocket that opens up, and then again the spine that keeps it all expandable. And then you have your little loop or tab closure here on the side, and then it does fit with that label at the top. You can just slide it into your storage, just like that.
Lovely.
And again, 3 fancy folios come in one package. All right, let's finish up with a few items to help you with organizing, categorizing, storing your Tailored Expressions collection in particular. We have, each year we put out stencil labels. So these would be all of the stencils released in 2025, and they come on a sticker label. We use these in our stencil storage binders. On the stencil storage sleeve, we'll just put the name of the stencil that's stored inside, and that helps us know exactly where to put it back. So these are the Label It 2025 collection. And then we have our Label It for insiders and foilets and maps. So they are categorized in here in the theme. So you've got all of your foilets, all of your insiders, and then the maps are at the bottom. And just a little something to note, these are anything that was released after July 2025. So everything in here should be from the previous year.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
we make a lot of foilets.
We
so
do.
That's why it looks like a lot. We
I
love
know.
our foilets. We love it to coordinate.
We love our
but
insiders, a little
Yes.
something different each time, but this is going to help you have just what
Organize
you need
those.
to organize those. And then the last item that I don't have to show you, but we do have the next volume of our Creating Quads storage labels for our pouches. So we've released new Creating Quads, and we will have the labels that you can put inside your simple storage pouches to label those. All right.
Great.
That was fun, wasn't it?
I know. I'm excited to hear what everybody thinks about these products, and to also hear your questions and work
Yes.
through on Tuesday just how you guys foresee using these and what we can, in the moment come up with to put in them.
Right. I know. It's
It
fun
feels
to
like
kinda,
magic is going to happen,
Yes,
right?
I kind of feel that. I love that when we get together and we can have a conversation with you and you can ask your questions in real time. So I hope you'll join us Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central Time is when I will be live. All of these products are available for purchase starting Tuesday at 9 a.m. on our website at tailoredexpressions.com. So hope to see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.